Can anyone be a role model? We're going to talk about that on this episode of 5 Minutes with Dad.
Welcome to 5 Minutes with Dad, starring Pavlos and Angela Pavlidis, where you get to spend a few minutes with the smartest and coolest kids in the whole world, and their dad, too. And now, here are your hosts, Pavlos, Angela, and Nick Pavlidis.
Who's ready? Hey!
Awesome episode, 5 Minutes with Dad! Hold on.
What?
That.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Hold on what?
Who's ready for 5 Minutes with Dad, 5 Minutes with Dad. I love it! I recorded that.
Angela recorded her own drop.
5 Minutes with Dad, 5 Minutes with Dad. I love it!
So we might have some more fun drops. Maybe some of the things that we always say.
We can have as much as we want, I guess.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool thing. We're just learning how to use our new system, and I have a
5
feeling
Minutes
you're going to
with
be
Dad,
hearing
5
this.
Minutes with Dad. I love it!
All right, we have a really important
5 Minutes with
show
Dad, 5 Minutes with Dad.
for
I
you.
love
All right,
it!
let's get back to our regular.
Hold on. We
What?
just got new ones.
Did we get new ones? Oh yeah, we got for the parents
We have
out there.
a special episode, I think.
Wrong ones. No, the next one. All right. Hey, that's popping a bottle of bubbly of champagne, sparkling apple juice that we have at New Year's. Yes, that's the musical transition. Whoa. I don't know what that's going to be used for. This is an oldie, but we brought it back.
Will be content. Because we might have a
Whoa, mind
oldie too.
blown. Yes.
5 Minutes with Dad, 5 Minutes with Dad. I love it!
All right, watch out that you don't bump the mic, honey bunny.
Uh,
Honey bunny, because you know what? That would be really scary if you did. Yes. All right. So we have an important episode today because we're going to talk about being
a role model.
a role model.
I'm going to try something.
Yay!
I'm going to try something.
Go ahead, try something, Ange. What are you trying? Oh, she's recording something. Go ahead.
And we say,
What are you going to say?
5 Minutes with Dad, I love it.
You just recorded it and I love it, one. Why don't you do something like
5 Minutes
Oh, there we
with Dad,
go.
5 Minutes.
How about you do Who's Ready for an Awesome Episode of 5 Minutes? Or how about you do the Joke of the Week sandwich or Resource of the Week sandwich, and we'll press it when we're ready to do it in just a minute, okay? So hit record, and then I'll point to you. The second I hit, you can hit record. You hit record, it won't do anything. So we're going to go here. So hit record. So now when I push this button, you say, just like you normally would.
Resource of Who's ready for
No, you just say Resource of the Week sandwich.
No, I want to just say, who's ready for the Resource of the Week sandwich?
Okay, ready?
Except it's not really happening right now.
You got to do it the second I push the button, so there's no delay. Ready?
Who's ready for the Resource of the Week sandwich?
Okay. So now press it.
Who's ready for the Resource of the Week sandwich?
Is that
Me!
All right, so now we got that going on. All right, so let's get back to the show.
And now we can have as much as these we want.
As much drops as we want.
5 Minutes with Dad, 5 Minutes with Dad. I love it!
So you know what's funny? Ange, if I get enough of those, I can just record a show without you even here and just say, hey, Ange, tell me what you think about 5 Minutes with Dad.
5 Minutes with Dad, 5 Minutes with Dad. I love it!
Ah, that's really great. So tell me, you know what? I think we're supposed to be transitioning into something. What do you think we should be transitioning into?
Who's ready for the Resource of the Week sandwich?
I'm ready, Ange. Let's get going. What do you think? I just had like 30 seconds without Ange, but with Ange.
Hold on, let's just see. Who's ready for the Resource?
What? What are you doing?
5 Minutes with Dad, 5 Minutes with... Hold on, this is 5 seconds. 5 Minutes with Dad, 5 Minutes with Dad. I love it!
How long is that one?
Who's ready for the Resource of the Week sandwich?
Okay. All right. So, Ange, we have an important show. It's about being a role model. And that's so important because did you
just
know?
record you saying we have an important show?
I say that every time, huh?
Yeah.
Do we do any shows that I'm like, you know what? You can just skip this one. This one's not going to be important or good. What do you think?
Wait, you forgot to say a broken brick.
I did say a broken brick, didn't I?
No.
Oh. What am I? A broken brick?
How about we just record you saying, what am I?
What am I?
Or how about wait?
Ange. Ange. Whoop. Oh, watch out for the wires. What, Joe for the wires? Ange dropped something and now she's scrolling all over the place. All right, so.
How about we just say, we also record me saying, who's ready for the joke of the week?
Yes, but we won't do that now. We can do a big prep. What do you mean?
How about we don't do the resource of the week sandwich? We just do the joke of the week, then resource. And then we can record it while I'm saying that.
Yeah, well, we'll have this recorded. So what I can do is I can cut those little pieces without having to record it while we're doing it and just put them as little files.
I like it.
I know you like it. But we only have one more button left on this one. So if we want to do it for this one more button, we can do this one more button. But we got to record the show.
10 more pages.
I know we do.
Maybe
but you know what, Ange? What's the name of this show?
5 minutes with that.
And
All
how long have we been recording already?
I know.
We've been recording for and see if you have. There we go. Yeah. So now it's almost been 6 minutes, and we haven't even gotten to the resource of the week sandwich.
Hold up. No, we haven't even gone into
the what? Yeah. See, if you have so many of those things, it's hard to get.
Who's ready for the resource of the week sandwich?
Okay, so we're going to talk about being a role model, and one thing's important about being a role model is, Ange, we'll talk about this a little bit more at the end, but when you think of a role model,
wait,
what type
who's ready for the role model talk?
The role
From
model
my-
chit chat. Dad. Mind blown. Oh, here comes
I
Dad.
actually have an idea for that.
Yeah, make sure, but watch out for the mic.
That could be like the slide, like.
All right,
And then
so.
we can do. Like, no, this can be drum roll.
Oh, maybe we'll just get a drum roll and put it on.
That can be the drum roll.
All right, so.
Drum roll, please.
All right, Ange.
My dad
So-
is going to talk about being a role model.
When you think about role models, what type of person do you think of? Do you think of a little kid? Do you think of a teacher? Do you think of an adult?
My dad.
Your
'Cause he
dad.
helps people. Ghost Rider style.
Yes. All right. So, but we're going to talk about how anyone can be a role model and how easy it is to be a role model. How cool is that, Ange?
My mic is being a role model to my dad's mic. My dad's mic is being a role model to my mic.
All right, Ange.
Except more of my dad's mic.
Ange, do you know what time it is?
Who's ready for the resource of the week sandwich?
Yes, it's time for the resource of the week sandwich.
Sandwich.
All right. So, with any good
Who's
sandwich.
ready for the resource of the week sandwich?
With any.
5 minutes with Dad. 5 minutes
right,
with
Ange.
Dad. I love it.
Me.
And then I just put those.
Yes. So, Ange. Me
too. Me.
All right. So, me. There we go. We recorded it.
Me.
All right. So, Ange, the resource of the week sandwich, you always start with
Hold
the
on.
bread. And what are the bread?
Who's ready for the resource of the week sandwich?
Me. All right. Ange, so we can't just press buttons all episode.
Oh, yeah.
We got to make sure that we talk about.
Dad, if you ever if we get enough of these,
Yeah. All right, relax.
then you should just say, we're gonna have a special episode without Ange, with Ange.
Without Ange, with Ange.
We just have all of those little buttons to press, and then that's who she is.
Yes. All right.
But
So
I don't think we can get that because we need. Can anyone be we always have a different thing?
yeah, we customize each episode. We can say the resource of the week sandwich because we do that every episode, right?
And oh no.
And we do the what was the other thing? And Angela loves 5 minutes.
5 minutes with that. 5 minutes with that. I love it.
Yes.
And
Me.
me.
All right. So
Just say me.
now we're gonna get to the first piece of bread, which is the first joke of the week. And who wants to do the first joke of the week?
No.
Angie, got to move it. We need our regular things. Me. All right, so I'm doing the first joke of the week. Okay. So ready?
Hey, Dad, I can just do that.
Me. Yes. All right. Ange, what is a ghost's favorite fruit?
I don't know. What is a ghost's favorite fruit?
It is blueberries. No laughs anywhere. All right.
That gives me the laugh.
Yes. Hey yo. All right, Ange. So resource of the week sandwich.
No, wrong one.
Now it's time for me to do.
Wrong one.
Yes. Now it's. There we go. Ange likes this one. All right. So we're gonna do the resource of the week.
That's so
All right, so the resource of the week this week is something that Angela
That's
got.
adorable.
It's adorable. It's called
Well,
the Totally.
I got a different one, but we couldn't find mine, so we did this.
It's the same.
possum.
Yeah, it's the same brand, but a different style.
And it has this adorable little puppy.
It has an adorable little puppy. That was Angela talking, and that was my translation from cutesy Angela, baby Ange to English.
It's adorable.
Yes, so it's the Totally Possum photo reel
the-
sketch portfolio set.
100 stickers.
It's got stickers. It's got what it
20
is.
sketch
It's like a
things.
coloring book, but the coloring book has in this case it's got stickers and animals in it, and
They also have real pictures.
Yeah, so
some are black and white, some aren't.
yeah, so basically they have a real picture of an animal or a person, depending on which one you
They
get.
either do it black or white or none.
And then they have
Right.
around the real picture, they have coloring book stuff. So you get to color in around a real picture, and it looks really, really cool when it's done.
Adorable.
And you can put stickers on it too,
Don't
like
forget to say,
sunglasses and everything.
Totally possum.
Totally possum. So if you want to get a set just
Aw,
like
they have
Angela, what's
cute
cool
little
about it is
pigs.
on Amazon, it's got 5,000 reviews and it's 4.7 stars total. So it's really, really popular with other people too, not just us.
4,958 ratings.
Yes, and if you want to pick up a copy, you can check all the different types that they have. Just go to 5minuteswithdad.com/sketch. That's our affiliate link to send you over
there.
to get your own Totally Possum sticker stylist play set. Go ahead, Ange. Whoa. Yeah, see, Ange, when we got so many of these things, we got to make sure. Let's just keep it here. Yay! 5minuteswithdad.com/sketch. Now it's time for the second joke of the week.
Oh, me. Okay, that's
Me!
I
So,
didn't even
Ange,
press that.
this is the second joke of the week.
The joke of the week number 2.
All right, Ange, go ahead.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Tank.
Tank who?
You're welcome.
Uh-oh, Ange. Heyo. All right, so Ange, that is
Joke of the week sandwich. Oh wait, no.
resource of the week sandwich, right?
Yeah.
Yes, so now we're going to ascend into the main topic of the week. That is being a good role
Resource
model.
of the week.
Ange, we just did the resource of the week.
Oh, we did.
It was the sketch, remember? The book?
Yeah.
You talked all about it. Ange, what happened? Did you just go back in time? Ange found a time machine button. Apparently, one of these buttons that she pressed sent her back in time. Ange, all right, so we're going to talk about being a role model.
I'm just kidding. That didn't happen. I forgot.
Okay.
I thought that because we have this story thing that we have to read. Well, that we make up so we can read.
You have a story. Oh, no. So I have a column there that I type in stories. So we make notes that I make up the notes
And
for
I thought
the
that was
episode,
the resource
right?
of the week.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Oh,
That's-
because resource of the week is next to it. We have a spreadsheet that we use to make sure that we plan our episodes to help as many people as possible.
Just search up
So we get
episode planner.
organized. Yes.
Or 5 minutes with Dad episode planner. You might see it, you might not.
Well, it's not on other people's internet.
I know.
So they probably won't. But that's okay. So Ange, let's talk for a minute about being a role model. So tell me, what do you think a role model is? And there's no wrong answer. When you think of a role model, what do they do?
They be a role model.
And what does that mean? What does that mean? Does it mean they Go
be
ahead.
a good role model, which means
Yeah. It's a tricky phrase, right? So let me say
being a role model is being a role model.
Yeah,
it means they're letting other people. Oh, it's
They're-
confusing.
yeah, it's a confusing term, but it's an important term. So that's why I wanted to talk about it today. Being a role model is really just being an example. So
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not
right,
what you,
like
it's
my
not,
Dad's mic is being an example to my mic because my mic is acting up
and
because I keep moving it.
so
and my
being
dad
a role model, it's just someone that people look up to, people get influenced by, and people get set an example. So a role model doesn't necessarily mean you're setting a good example, but hopefully you are. It's important because being a role model, it doesn't mean good or not so good. It depends on what you do. So you're just setting an example. A while back, I want to say about 2 years ago, we did an episode called Leading by Example. And do you remember that episode, Ange? No. That episode was following the 4th of July when you entered a road race and your cousin, you did, and your cousin Lila didn't want to race. Do you remember that? No. So you were at the beginning of the race and it was like a 50-yard dash or something like that. And you were at the beginning of the race and Lila was standing next to you and Lila didn't want to race. And we talked about it and it's a really good episode because we can go back in time to when Ange was like 5 or 6 years old where we talked about this. So you can hear.
Well, we can't go back in time, but we can listen to it.
Yes.
From when we were younger.
Exactly. Which is one of the coolest things about this show. So we can go back and listen to it. So if you're listening to this and you want to hear Angela talk about it when she was 5 years old or 6 years old, you can just go back to that episode, Leading by Example, and hear how Angela was a role model at just 5 years old or 6 years old to her cousin. And guess what? Do you think her cousin's older than her or younger than her?
I'll give you to the end of the episode.
How about you give them right now? Lila is actually a few months.
3 months.
Yep. Older than Angela. So Angela was a role model to someone older than her. She's in the same grade, but she's older. So let me tell you. Yep.
Oh, wait, hold on. By a couple of months.
Yes. So how did Angela, when you were at the beginning, this is what happened. You were standing there and Lila didn't want to run the race. And you didn't say to her, you got to run. You just said nothing. And what did you do when they said go? Do you know? What do you think?
Goed.
You went. Yes.
I goed.
You goed. You started running. And then what do you think Lila did?
She ran after me?
She ran after you. And do you know what place you came in that year?
Second.
And do you know what happened with Lila?
She came in third.
Yes. So.
I wish I was first though. But now if I can do that again, I would be first.
Yeah. So Ange, go ahead.
Was that on the 4th of July?
It was.
And I know whose birthday's really close.
That's right. Lila's birthday's really close. Hers is July 1st.
Tell you when, though.
July 1st?
You just...
Yeah, July 1st. So
you just did.
Yeah. So Ange, that's what you did there was you were leading by example. You led by example. You didn't tell her what to do. You did it. And then she was influenced by you to do it too. Yeah. I don't exactly remember.
It was last year.
No, it wasn't. I don't think it was last year.
No, when I was 7. I believe.
It could have been. I'll look it up. Okay. So I'm just typing it up now so I can find it. So this was in 2016. So you were 5 years old, Ange. 5
but that also
years
happened
old.
last year, I think. I came in second and she came in third.
Yeah. So, all right. So being a role model doesn't mean that you say a whole bunch of things. You don't even need to talk. You didn't talk at the beginning of that race.
And at the 4th of July, they have all these different things. In one, I did you put your mouth, you hold your mouth with both of your
silly face,
fingers.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And put your tongue out, but then I stopped and someone did that again and they won.
Yeah, make sure we talk into the microphone, okay, Ange?
Uh-huh.
So,
and then I have this really good one.
Go ahead.
Look at it.
Yes, that's a very silly face. But people can't see a silly face on the podcast, Ange.
You can take a picture.
All right, so.
And then put it out.
Yeah, maybe for this episode, I'll put a picture of Angela's silly face. So if you go to 5minuteswithdad.com and you look up this episode, you'll see a picture of Angela's silly face. And then if you want, you can send us back a silly face on Facebook or Twitter.
If you have an episode.
Yeah, if you record your own podcast, make sure you let us know so we can promote it to people and say, congratulations. All right.
Blah, blah, blah.
So let's talk about being a role model. So some of the people.
Congratulations.
For your new podcast.
Whoever.
Yeah.
So whatever your podcast name is, because we don't know yet.
That's right. So.
Or if you have something.
Yes. So let's get back to the role model discussion. So a lot of
Role
people think
model
of role models as
discussion.
teachers and parents, and they are. But you can be a role model to anybody. Even kids can be a role model. Just
Even
like
a baby can be a role model from drinking milk to a 3-year-old.
yeah. So if
I don't know. I just thought of that.
that's okay, but that's good thinking,
like
Ange.
7-month-old baby to a 3-year-old.
Yeah, if a
By just
7-month-old
drinking and
baby
eating
can do
and
something
not shoving
well.
it in their face.
Yes. All right. So, Ange, so sometimes you can even be a role model to me, Ange. For example, when I see you working so hard with gymnastics or when you stay up in your bed and you read with the light on, that really inspires me to read more at night too. So
Yeah, I
it
can't do
motivates me to
anything.
work
That's the
hard.
only thing I can do.
That's right. So
Unless like play with some stuff that's next to my bed or in my room.
yeah, so our rule at bedtime is you got to get in your bed and we got to be quiet, but you don't have to just go to sleep right away.
Yeah,
You can
we
read a
like-
book or something like that.
I wait like 3 hours because I read my book for 3 hours or 5 or something.
I don't know. You read until you fall asleep. All right.
No, until I get
But-
tired, and then sometimes I stop because I get bored, and then I play with like some stuff.
Okay. So, all right.
just
So,
have to
Ange, we got to wrap this up. Okay. So let's finish up this conversation because right now we're turning it to 25 minutes with Dad. And while I love that, we got to make sure that everybody
Wow.
gets their message
Hold on, let's.
and gets there. Go ahead.
It's actually the
Yeah.
21 minutes with that.
I know, but we're still not done. So, Ange,
True.
one thing I wanted to
Still
tell
have
you.
Finish the story
That's right. Do you know why I was motivated to talk about being a role model this time?
because you are.
No, because somebody, when people listen to podcasts, they have an opportunity, just like on Amazon or whatever, to leave a review. And I look at the reviews, and we got a review by someone this month that said something really cool. Do you want me to read it to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it says, love the way Nick and his kids have fun and play during the podcast while also touching on important subjects for kids. Hearing an older girl, this is the sentence, hearing an older girl talk about what it means to be a friend helps my 4-year-old think through it at her level. Then we get to talk about it. Great conversation starter during car rides. How awesome is that? Is that really cool?
Yeah.
Does it feel a little weird that you are helping younger kids and even other kids have really cool conversations with their
I
parents?
do have a podcast,
Yeah, you do have a podcast.
and my brother and my dad,
Yeah.
and special guests.
So do you know what that is? You're
But
being
we
a
haven't
role
had
model.
one for a while. I think we should have one soon.
Okay, we'll have a special guest
Maybe
soon.
next episode.
Maybe. All right. So Ange, that's
Might
called
even
being a role
record
model.
A
So
couple of episodes today because it's really early and not late.
yes,
It's like around 10,
11.
11.
So Ange, when we came upstairs, it was 10:30. Then we did our then we did our
Maybe
prep.
you can use your phone because we have this thing where we put. It's like you can call people and then they can be in the episode.
Yeah. So Ange, we'll play around with that, but being a
already
role
tried
model
with my mom, but we didn't do the video.
is important because what we do influences what other people do. And that's in real life and through the podcast.
Yep.
So through the podcast, when you talk about how to be a good friend, you just be yourself. Other people get to hear that and say, wow, maybe I can be a good friend just by doing the same things. And that's you being a role model through what you say on the show. And then in real life, like when you're racing, if you told Lila, run, she probably wouldn't have run. But when they said go, you ran, you set that example. You were a role model in that moment to show Lila how fun and easy it can be to just run, right? Yes. All right. So Ange, there are role models all over the place. You can set a good example or you can set a not so good example. So the more of a good example we do with everything, if we work hard, if we make money, we do giving, saving, spending, investing. That's something that I have been doing to help be a role model for you. So in the episode, when you get money for recording these episodes, we divide it into giving, saving, spending, and investing.
2 for giving, 2 for saving, 2 for investing, and 4 for spending.
That's right.
But I put mine in saving.
Yeah, you put a lot of your spending money
I
in
can
saving.
save it for like a couple of seconds
Yeah, no, you put a lot of your spending money in savings
because
temporarily.
I have no clue what to do with them,
Yes. And then when you find out what you want to
and
do
it's
with
really hard.
it, yeah, when you find out what you want to do with them, you have that money
If you
there.
like don't Well, I do want this thing, but I might get it for Christmas.
Yeah,
It's an Instacam.
especially around the holiday time, you can save up and you can use your spending money to buy presents for other people too. That's kind of giving, but
I
we
have
do
an
our
idea.
giving. What? All right, don't tell everyone your idea because the secret's going to be out. Okay. All
I'll
right.
tell you after the episode.
Okay. All right, Ange. So being a role model, everyone can
person
be a
could be
role
listening
model.
to this.
Teachers are role models. Parents are role models. Kids are role models. What you do if you
Babies
set a
are role
good
models.
example.
Pets are role models. Microphones are role models.
That's right. And if we all set good examples, then we can create a lot of really positive energy and a wonderful world around us. All right. So don't forget, check out 5minuteswithdad.com/sketch. That's that link over to get the Totally Possum sticker and sketch portfolio.
I'm dropping a lot of stuff.
That's right. Ange has been dropping a whole bunch of stuff. And that's going to do it for this episode of 5 Minutes with Dad. Ange, tell everybody thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to 5 Minutes with Dad, and it is
Listening
25
to
minutes.
5 Minutes with Dad. To connect with Pavlos, Angela, and Nick, subscribe to the 5 Minutes with Dad newsletter at 5minuteswithdad.com.